And you think like the
Yeah.
federal government does $7 trillion worth of purchases. I think it's actually really like 6.8, but let's round it up, $7 trillion worth of
Yeah. Yeah.
purchases. So and they buy everything. I mean, everything from not only just construction. I sell the government construction, right? But they buy all kinds of things. So are you just working with construction people, or are you also doing filings for all the other types of businesses as well?
Everything you could think of. Cities, towns, villages, police, fire departments, hotels. We have Trek, the bike company, on board. It could be today a school board. Tomorrow it could be a nonprofit in Zimbabwe. It could be all across the board, all kinds of entities you could think of.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is, if you want to do business with the federal government, you have to have a SAM registration, and that's what you do. Cool.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. We
sir.
also offer SBA certifications and creating capability statements for those that are wanting to chase contracts. We obviously, before beginning the process, we make sure you're eligible and then get the ball rolling after that.
That's great. Yeah, no, the capability statement is a huge thing because I mean, we were doing like $10 million worth of government contracts a year, and we never even had a website. It wasn't just
Wow.
until recently that we got a website, and the only reason we got a website is so that we could hire great talent. We'd be like we'd be
Right.
hiring people and be like, "Are you even a real company?" Like, because we didn't have a website, so we created the website just to
Right.
be able to legitimize ourselves in terms of like, hey, we're a real company. But like in terms of doing business with the government, they rely heavily on these capability statements, and my capability
Right.
statement was fire. I remember when I first started and we built our first capability statement, it was trash. I go back to it now and I'm like, man, that thing looks so crazy. But like, over the years, I'd go to a meeting and then I'd say, oh, I need to add this in there. I need to do this little tweak. So when you say you guys do capability statements, do you do like the one pagers? Do you do like multiple sheets? Like what do you do with the capability
We
statements?
prefer to do the one pager. And every capability statement, it's not just a one and done template. We cater it to that company, that branding, their colors. If they have a website, we'll go based off their website. And we revise it multiple times with them to make sure it fully encompasses everything that their company offers. So it's a very solid one pager that any government agency that you're looking to do business with can just look over and say, I know exactly what this company has, what they offer, who they work with, their history. I want to do business with them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, those are huge, especially going to those vendor outreach events and trying to get your company in front of people. One of the things that I always found is like, and I went against all the rules, right? But I always made mine a couple pages longer than just that one page.
Yeah.
And the reason why I did that was because I wanted to add pictures, right? Like I put a picture of my face in there. I put a picture of like, sometimes like you're dealing with these contracting officers and you're talking about a chiller or your air handling unit or a boiler. And they're like, they don't really understand that. They know they buy all kinds of things, but they don't really understand the word, right? But then when you show them a picture of it, they're like, oh, yeah, we buy those. Yeah, exactly. We buy those. And then it was like, boom, it literally would jog their mind to a project. And so I did add those pictures in there and for me, it worked, right? But
that's
at the same time, yeah.
We add pictures in the one pager.
Yes,
obviously,
sir.
they're not blown up, but there will be a multitude of pictures. For example, we just did one where he specialized in selling all kinds of night vision goggles. So we put multiple night vision goggles in his capability statement. The guy was doing quite a few million a year just selling night vision goggles.